So I think that's what's happening. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited because it was the premiere of The Mandalorian Season 2. So today we are going to be breaking down Season 2, Episode 1, titled The Marshal. Oh my god, it's the longest siren ever, and I still hear it in the distance. I'm assuming it was literally just sitting at a light. I'm trying to be excited, and now I'm like really impatient and irritable because my cat wanted out, and now of course she wants back in, and this is what happens. So I'm going to try to power through best I can, like I said. If you're new here, I do 2 videos a week, might move to 3. I do bonus videos. I'm trying to plan like every other week. I did a bonus video last week. I'm doing a bonus video this week, but then not one for another 2 weeks. So there's new videos Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. I do a variety of things, and I will be breaking down, talking about The Mandalorian all season long. Videos for every episode. That's what I'm trying to say. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'd appreciate you subscribing, giving it a like if you watch it. Let's go. Most of the stuff in the trailer was from the first episode, which was not surprising. Most of the other stuff's probably from like episode 3 is what I'm assuming, just based on the end and what I think is going to happen in the next episode. So it starts out with Mando and the child going to that fighting ring with the Gamorrean guards, or the Gamorreans, because they're not Gamorrean guards because they don't work for Jabba. So the Gamorreans are fighting in the Outer Rim. Mando uses the birds. He uses the birds to take out everybody and get information that there is a Mandalorian back on Tatooine. Now, quite obviously, this is seeming to imply that it's Boba Fett, because we know that Boba Fett, well, spoilers, you didn't know this, that Boba Fett survived the Sarlacc pit, and he is supposed to be in Season 2. So we are led to believe that this is going to be Boba Fett. It's kind of the hint that we're getting. So the whole thing is Din is looking for other Mandalorians because he believes that if he can get them, he can get like the secret passageway and the connections to get across the galaxy, because the Mandalorians have all gone into hiding at this point, apparently, and he's trying to get into connection with them. The other thing, before they mentioned Tatooine, so this is going to go off on a little tangent, so I'm sorry. The thing about this is, the more I knew about this, I feel like I wish I knew less, but I also do videos on this, so it's helpful that I know more. The more I know, the more I'm just like, okay, so then when is this character going to show up? And I'm just sitting here like, when's this character going to show up? And when they don't show up, it's disappointing. So we'll get into that a little bit. Bo-Katan is apparently supposed to be in Season 2. So I'm like, okay, great. He's looking for Bo-Katan. Or my hope is that he'll find Sabine Wren, or Sabine Wren will find him, because we know both of those characters are alive. We don't know if Sabine's supposed to be in Season 2. We have confirmation that Bo-Katan is in Season 2, but Sabine is still out. But it's just like, I'm like, okay, so when is he gonna meet Bo-Katan? Like, most likely, if the goal of this episode is to find other Mandalorians, and assumingly he's going to find, you know, Bo, who was leading the Mandalorians at the end of Rebels, that's probably going to come later in the season. So I just need to learn to be patient, which is very difficult for me. I can't remember her name. The woman that took care of Baby Yoda in one of the episodes in Season 1 with the curly hair and the droids, and who was like the mechanic. She's back. I love her. Absolutely adorable and super funny for the brief amount of time that she was in. Talking about that she would want to take Baby Yoda. Another little tidbit that I picked up on is that she has R5, which was the droid that they tried to sell Owen Lars and Luke Skywalker in A New Hope, and before they ended up going with R2 because they, planned R5 to crap out. That's very exciting because I like seeing my little astromech droids, I would like to see maybe maybe Chopper or something in one of the other ones, one of the other droids from the Clone Wars and Rebels. So the episode title is called The Marshal. The Mandalorian that Mando meets is the Marshal. He's actually not a Mandalorian. He is wearing Boba Fett's stolen armor, which he apparently got from the Jawas, which he shows. They do his backstory a little bit when Mando is talking to him. So the Mining Guild, which is a kind of a big thing in Clone Wars and Rebels, not a big thing, but like it's in there. There's a whole storyline, who are pretty faithful to work with the Empire, take over the town in Tatooine that the Marshal, whose name is Cobb Vanth, lives in, and starts enslaving all the people that are there. So Cobb Vanth ends up stealing some very valuable crystals and then trading them to the Jawas for Boba Fett's armor, then comes back and gets rid of the Mining Guild and becomes the Marshal of the town. So I then wrote Tremors. The main focus of this episode is that they're fighting this kind of dragon, which looks like a big sandworm, or like if you've seen the movie Tremors, it looks like a giant Tremors. Like, it kind of reminds me of just a big sandworm. So it's kind of Dune-ish too. That's what I was getting from this. But the Marshal and Mandalorian team up to take down this big sand dragon worm thing with the Tuskens. There is feud between them. I really like how Mandalorian handles the Tuskens, because they've always been referred to as Tusken Raiders and these like savage people, but in reality, Mando points out in multiple times that Tatooine is their home planet, and people have come and conquered their area and killed a lot of their people, so they're doing what they need to do to survive. So they team up and take down this dragon. I thought it was really interesting that the Tusken's language is part sign. I didn't pick up on that last time. I don't know if we actually showed a lot of Mando speaking Tusken, or Tuscanese, I think is what the language is called. But it's very, I don't know, I liked it. I thought it was a very interesting touch. I think it's very important to note that the dragon lives in an abandoned Sarlacc pit. He was kind of in a cave, so I don't know if this is the same Sarlacc that Boba Fett theoretically crawled himself out of. I'm not sure. But they ended up defeating it. Yay, victory. Marshal's played by Timothy Olyphant. Gotta love him. He's in a lot of stuff, actually, apparently, that I didn't know about, but I know him from Santa Clarita Diet, which should not have been canceled, but Netflix has to cancel shows, so... But great to see him in other stuff. And so they win, yay, victory, and it's all happy, and Mando takes Boba Fett's armor, because it's Mandalorian armor, and people shouldn't just have it, so they get it back. And once he's leaving, we get a shot of Boba Fett, played by Tamara Morrison. I actually know I'm not saying that right, and I actually don't know how to say it, but who, of course, played Jango Fett in the movies, and then as well as the clones. So this is definitely Boba Fett. He might be playing Captain Rex as well. We don't know if Captain Rex is in there. We're just getting, like, Season 2 is just going to be a highlight reel of the Clone Wars and Rebels characters. If you don't know, Dave Filoni is a overseeing producer of The Mandalorian, and he was the showrunner on both the Clone Wars and Rebels. Ahsoka is supposed to be showing up. Bo-Katan is supposed to be showing up, both characters that he created, so theoretically we might see Rex as well. Now, if we're seeing Ahsoka, there's a very, very good chance we're seeing Sabine, considering at the end of Rebels they left to go find Ezra. There have also been rumors about the guy from Bly Manor showing up. Yeah, Rahul Kohli. I know I'm not saying that right either, showing up as Ezra, he has been teasing it, so I wouldn't be surprised. He teased it and then said, no, I'm not doing that, and then, yeah, so I think that's what's happening. Now, there's some questions for next episode. I think the next episode is going to take place on Tatooine. I think Boba Fett will come into contact with Mando, and it's going to be hostile. He's going to want to get that armor. Now, important to note that Boba Fett doesn't know much about the Mandalorian creed. He's not technically a Mandalorian. He is a clone of a disgraced Mandalorian, Jango Fett. So he grew up with bounty hunters and assassins. He's not going to be very nice to Mando. Not that Mando is like the most upstanding, nice sort of guy either. I'm not sure. I think Boba will try to do whatever he can to get that armor back. I am not sure if Mando's going to know anything about Boba Fett. He's going to know any history about that, because Mando was raised by the Death Watch members of the Mandalorian, which is another connection to Sabine Wren, so there's a good chance that he knows who she is, considering her mom was in the Death Watch, as well as Bo-Katan was in the Death Watch, so they probably do know each other, but we're not quite sure. I don't think we're going to see Ahsoka for a while. I'm going to assume maybe episode 4 or 5, but I do think we're going to get some sort of showdown between Mando and Boba Fett next episode, which I didn't really expect, so that's pretty exciting. And I think the stuff in the trailer from with the Mon Calamari might be in episode 2 as well, if not episode 3. I would be really, really interested to see if we see any other Force Wielders or Jedi. Again, Ezra is always one. I don't think we'll see Luke, but even though he's the one who is training, who's putting on a new training of Jedi around this time, I don't think we're going to see any major of the trios. I am very excited for episode 2. I thought this episode was a little slow, but the Boba Fett reveal, I think, makes this episode completely worth it. So, let me know your thoughts down below. What did you think of the episode? What do you think is going to happen next episode? What do you think is going to happen with the season? I actually don't really know where it's going to go from here. I just know the characters kind of along the way. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe. I know I already said that, but it would mean a lot to me. I would like for more of you to stick around throughout the season. I also do makeup beauty videos, vlogs, and videos on other films and TV shows, all that sort of nerdy stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!